In this video, you're going to become a master of English pronunciation by learning how to pronounce these contractions correctly. Alright, the first contraction we're going to look at is it's. It's. And this is a contraction of the words it and is. So here are some examples. It's really hot today. It's really hot today. It's probably just a misunderstanding. It's probably just a misunderstanding. Now, what you should notice here is that many times, at least in the United States, we will pronounce this word as is. So it's almost like the T disappears sometimes. So just like I could say, it's a really hot day, or it's probably just a misunderstanding, I could also say, it's really hot today. It's probably just a misunderstanding. Now, the contraction it's can also be a contraction of the words it and has. So when we use it in this way, we're using it in the present perfect tense. And like I said in the other videos, if you don't know what that is, don't worry about it right now. That's related to grammar. And in this video, we're going to focus on pronunciation. All right, so let me just give you some examples. It's been a long time since I've seen you. It's been a long time since I've seen you. It's gotta be easier than the last one. It's gotta be easier than the last one. So again, in this case, we're saying it has and not it is. All right, the next contraction we're going to look at is it'll. It'll. And I know that sounds a little strange, but that's really how we pronounce this contraction. And it is a contraction of the words it and will. Okay? It'll. It'll. So here are some examples. It'll be the last thing I do today. It'll be the last thing I do today. I think it'll be a success. I think it'll be a success. It's not the best, but it'll work for now. It's not the best, but it'll work for now. Okay, the next contraction we're going to look at is it'd. It'd. And again, that might sound strange to you, but it's a contraction of the words it and would. And some people pronounce it like id, like ID, id. Some people pronounce it like it'd. It'd. Both options are correct, so do whichever one is easier for you. So let's take a quick look at some examples. It'd be awesome if you came with us. It'd be awesome if you came with us. It'd be really difficult to make that happen. It'd be really difficult to make that happen. Okay, so the contraction it'd or id can also be a contraction of the words it and had. And in this case, we'd be using it in the past perfect tense. And like I always say, if you don't know what that is, don't worry about it right now. We're just focusing on pronunciation. So here are some examples. It had been his greatest achievement. It had been his greatest achievement. It had been the best thing for me. It had been the best thing for me. So again, in this case, we're saying it had been and not it would been, because it would been is grammatically incorrect. It doesn't make any sense. Okay. Now, like I said in my previous videos, one very important thing to remember is that we do not use contractions by themselves. If you use a contraction like I'm or she's or it's or something like that, it needs to be followed by a verb or an adjective or something like that. All right. So in the situation in which you're just responding to like a yes or no question or something like that, you generally would not use a contraction. So let me give you some examples so you can see what I'm talking about. Is it cold? Yes, it's. Nah. In this case, you should say, yes, it is, because that's the end of the sentence. That's the end of your thought. It is not followed by anything. So in that case, you wouldn't use a contraction because it sounds very strange. Will it be enough? Yes, it'll. In this case, you should say, yes, it will. Would it be a problem? Yes, it'd. Nah. In this case, you should say, yes, it would. And I'm sure you get the point now, but just remember that contractions are lonely people and they need friends, so never use them alone. All right, my friend, now you are a master of using and pronouncing contractions correctly, just like a native English speaker. If you like this video, be sure to leave it a thumbs up. That lets me know I should keep making videos like this one. And if this is your first time on my channel, consider subscribing and clicking that notification bell so you don't miss the next lesson. This is Life in English. I'm Tony Kaizen, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.